Hi, welcome to the second in the series of consistency. And one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was the actual effect of golf club on your swing dynamics or your delivery into the ball. Okay, and a particular number I'm interested in today is the attack angle. If I just go this number down here, the attack angle, and it relates to the angle of approach. So how steep are you into the ball? Are you shallow into the ball, or are you steep into the ball, or are you somewhere in between the two? Now, generally speaking, I'd say that between minus, with an iron, let's say a 6 or a 7 iron, something between -2 and -5, from what I've seen, tends to yield the best, most consistent results in terms of ball contact. And if they repeat it, and they repeat that angle of approach, that angle of attack into the ball, the trajectory, the launch angle, and how the ball flies, spins through the air becomes more consistent. So if you can make your angle of attack more consistent, if you can be -2, let's say, so minus meaning descending, you're descending into the ball by 2 degrees down into it. As the club approaches the ball, just at the point of impact, the movement of the club needs to be 2 degrees down into the shot. Okay, now it can vary, but if you are consistent in your delivery, you will have consistency of trajectory. You have consistency of trajectory, you have consistency of distance. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here in terms of the angle of attack. And how can clubs affect that? How can it affect your swing? Well, what I wanted to draw your attention to today was the actual weight of the golf club. There's 2 things you can talk about with regards to weight. Okay, the first one is the overall weight of the golf club, the gross weight of the golf club. Grip, shaft, head, all put together. How does that feel? Now, some people will feel, when they're talking about the club being too heavy or too light, they will feel the gross weight. Other people will actually will feel the balance. Okay, so when you balance the club on a swing weight scale, which I don't have here, I'm just giving you an idea. You know, if the club tips too much more, if it's more heavier swing weight, head heavy is heavier swing weight. Yep, some people will perceive that, and every extra 2 grams in the head, that'll be an extra swing weight on the club, an extra more weight feeling in the head. So they're the sort of things that we're talking about when we're talking about weight. And what I've got here is I've got a few clubs. I've got a very heavy, I've got a light one, and I've got just a medium one. It's a bit like the Goldilocks effect. We want to find the one that's just right. Okay, so what can happen is if the club's too heavy, what you'll find yourself doing is you'll find yourself muscling the club away. Okay, it requires effort, and if it requires effort, that's going to affect your technique and your ability to reproduce a technique. If you're putting too much muscle, too much effort into the shot, it's hard for you to get the club swinging nicely, okay, or swinging with good technique. If you're trying to heave the club away, that's detrimental, and it normally materialises as you come into the ball. So if you're heaving it away and you're also heaving into the ball, you're driving a bit more down into the ball, you know, because you're aware the club's heavy and you've got to get it moving to actually hit a good shot, that could be detrimental to the golf shot itself and therefore your consistency, because you can't do it time and time again. It's a lot of effort. If you go too light, here's one here. This is a much lighter, it's got a graphite shaft in it, it's a little bit shorter. This I can feel is much easier to move away. I can whisk that club away, but you can go too far. Okay, so if you go too far, it's too light, either the swing weight's too light or the gross weight's too light. What happens is you move the club away probably nice and easy, which is good, but it can make you snatch it away a little bit. Okay, and also when you get to the top of the swing, you start your downswing. Sometimes it's so light you can't feel the club head. As I'm doing this, I can't really feel where the club head is. Yeah, in order to feel where the club head is, I'd have to swing more slowly. I actually have to wait for it. Yeah, and wait for that club head to catch up so I can sense the weight and then deliver it. What will happen if the club's too light? Either you'll just be too quick, too snatchy, and therefore inconsistent in your angle of attack into the ball, or you'll slow down. You'll slow down in order to make sure the club works and doesn't get away from you, doesn't hit loose shots, you know, inconsistent shots. So when you're getting fit and when you're choosing golf clubs, it's really important to try and find something which is just right, Goldilocks effect, okay? So you're trying to find something that balances nicely. So when you move the club away, you can feel the head, but it's not an effort to get away from it, okay? When you get to the top of the swing, you're aware of where the club head is and you can hit the club hit the ball, swing the club in your normal way. Okay, that will help you be more consistent in terms of your angle of attack into the ball. And typically, I'm around about -1-ish, -2. If I can do that consistently, I can control my trajectory in terms of launch and spin, therefore I can control the distance that it goes. That one there was -0.3, which is the same as the previous one actually, so I'm a little bit more shallow today, but 2 shots the same in terms of the angle of approach. That means I can control my distance and my dispersion quite nicely. Alright, so I hope that helps. Any questions, please give us a call.